Ladies, listen to me. God said you are the one is not enough. Okay, God said, what do you say? God said, what do you say? I want you to choose me. Do you like me? God said, but now you want marry. Am I getting married to God? Do you like me? Do you enjoy my company? What do you like about me? There are some common mistakes people make. Common mistakes. I want to be very careful, but I want to say this. There is a way being overly religious will position you for challenges in marriage. Did you hear what I just said? I'm not saying following Jesus will position you for challenges. I'm saying being overly religious. You know, a friend of mine was telling a story how he was dating someone and then he fell sick, very terribly sick. And he was just waiting for the woman in his life to come and comfort him and all of that. This is a man of God. He had prayed and all of that. I don't mind being prayed for, but I also want my woman. And the lady just entered, the house like she was coming for a Benin crusade and say, where is he? He told his friends to stand aside. And she entered the room, was looking at him on the bed as if he's administration, looking at him. Get up! It's like, waiting be this. Waiting be this, waiting be this. Have you seen people? There's some people you will date. Just normal conversation, very hard. They don't know anything. Anything. Outside Bible, nothing. You can't even play. You can't. I've told you, some people choose spouse like they are starting ministry. He can pray. What else? Are you listening to me? And one of the things we get wrong is that we have a stereotypical perspective of how God leads us into marriage. And this is what I mean. When people say that of necessity, they must hear from God in a spectacular way, telling them who to marry. There's a story I told. I think it was earlier this year. True life story. So there is Pastor A. I will call him Pastor A. And all I will tell you about Pastor A is this. He's one of the notable healing evangelists, most notable in history. And he usually wears white. He's not Nigerian. Okay? Now, Pastor A is in a relationship and he wants to know if this is the person that God has ordained. So he puts up a fleece. I'm in an airplane on the way to Orlando to see her. God, let me just think of something out of the box. God, if she's the one, let her bake me a cake to welcome me. So now, he gets to Orlando, and guess what? The woman says, now, hear me out. It's my first time, but I felt a push to bake you a cake. So don't get your hopes too high because it's my first time. It might not be nice, but I just decided to do it as a gesture. Green flag, right? Green light. Like heaven has approved. But then there is Pastor B. Pastor B is Daddy Gio, the man of God we know and love. And what surprises me, listen to me, when I think of Daddy, I think of the story of Paul. When Paul is telling the story of his salvation, he said, it pleased God who separated me, not on my way to Damascus, but from my mother's womb. He said he separated me from my mother's womb. So it means Paul is acknowledging that in all his journey, in all his rebellion, he didn't know God, but he was still separated. And God was still acting, superimposing in all his decisions to lead him to the point of salvation. Are you getting what I'm saying? So it is possible that a man who is still in the world but has a destiny to serve God, God will lead and guide him in such a way that the person that he chooses, even in the world, was still relevant for his assignment. Because think about it. I look at that marriage. Some of the things I hear, I don't know if it's still true now. They said nobody else is permitted to cook for him. She cooks for him. She presses his clothes. Up until recently, I don't know if it's still happening now. Up until presses his clothes herself. They are very close. You know, if you see people where they fake and you can suspect now, they are close. And if I'm getting the chronology right, at my age, he was still an idol worshiper. Are you getting what I'm saying? Still patronizing herbalists. How did he get it right? That when he found God, the woman who is following him in everything, said, no, God will be my God. She got converted too. When he got called to ministry, she started to press into the things of God too. And when he started pressing deeper, I heard a story. He fasted 40 days. She joined him. Said, my husband is fasting, I will join you. Then when the 40 days were over, he said, I have not gotten what I'm looking for. I'm going again. You don't have to follow me. She said, I will follow you. How did he get it right? Now, Pastor A, forgive the comparison. Am I forgiving? Pastor A, who had a spectacular confirmation from God, the marriage failed. And that does not take away from his grace, his anointing, the impact of his ministry. Life happens. Pastor B, who did not even know God when he was choosing, still chose the right person. The reason I'm saying this is because the reason why some people insist that there must be a spectacular encounter is because they think that if God chooses for them, it absolves them of the responsibilities and the naturally difficult nature of marriage. And I'm telling you, if you like, see angels ascending and descending on her forehead. If you don't put in the work, it goes still spoil. Are you listening to me? You're still going to need to put in the work. That's all I'm saying. And this is the balance that you must have. Are you ready for this example? Listen. David had 2 reasons to face Goliath. 2 reasons. How many reasons? Number 1, listen. What you say before Goliath is different from what you say before Saul. I've taught you this before. That when Saul says, how are you sure that you can face Goliath? Don't give a spiritual reason. He wants resume. The only thing Saul is interested in hearing is, I've killed a lion and a bear. But when you stand before Goliath, don't brag in your strength. This is what you say. You say, you uncircumcised Philistine, dare defy the Lord's army. You come against me with a sword and with a spear. I come against you in the name of the Lord. So he knew all those scriptures. He had all those spiritual incentives when he was standing before Saul. It means it is possible for you to make decisions with a practical mind and with a spiritual mind. I beg you in the name of God. God said, oh, will you forgive me? Can I talk? Ladies, listen to me. God said you are the one is not enough. Okay, God said, what do you say? God said, what do you say? I want you to choose me. Do you like me? Are you getting what I'm saying? God said, but now you want to marry. Am I getting married to God? Do you like me? Do you enjoy my company? What do you like about me? Do we get along? Do you enjoy spending time with me? God said it's important. But what do you say? I want you to choose me. Because eventually, if he uses that same God said as an excuse, he won't be the first one. Adam was quick to say, it's the woman you gave me. The woman you gave me. Thank God for God said, I want you to choose me. And choose me every day. So all I'm saying is this. Thank God for the spiritual reasons. Now go and do the work. Because when 2 people are getting married, this is as practical as it gets. It's as practical as it gets. You need somebody who just doesn't just know how to pray. Someone who can apologize. Not every prayer warrior can apologize. In fact, sometimes their prayerfulness is the reason why they don't apologize. They are too high up spiritually. How can I descend and tell you sorry? You have to meet me up where apology is not necessary. They get them out. Do you know what it means to choose someone who can say sorry without circumlocution? No zigzag, no rolling. I was wrong. No Greek, no Hebrew. I counsel people regularly, and I can tell you one thing for sure. Tongue speaking does not naturally translate to knowing what you should say and what you shouldn't say in a marriage. What you should do and what you shouldn't do. I just finished a teaching series on tongues in 100 DOD. I'm very passionate about it. But I have seen men of God who lay hands on people also slap their wife. I've seen it. The same hand. Take it! Qua! I said there is a way that being overly religious sets you up for failure. I know what I'm saying. You know, a lot of church people, I'm trying to weigh what you can handle. Let me say this. If you grew up in a very strict Christian home, it's an advantage. But there are things you need to learn. Because you don't know it's wild out there. Many church people are naive. They are naive. You don't know there's a hunting game out there. There's a haunting game. Because you are in church, you trust too easily. Many church people don't know when a man, I'm talking about ladies now, when a man likes them. And many men don't know when a woman likes them. In fact, these men not knowing when women like them is the most common one. You're acting naive in a hunting game. Bro, this one, we'll come back to it another day. What about financial mistakes? This is one thing I've seen a lot of Christian people struggle. There are some things I don't want to say. And there are some things I will say in the next men's meeting. Men, I beg you. I beg you. I beg you. It's a big deal that a woman sees you, decides to spend the rest of her life with you, changes her father's name to your own. Changes her last name from her father's name to your own. Don't just take it as a right. Let the weight of the responsibility rest on you. Let it rest. Let it rest. Many people don't know how to cast a clear vision. A clear vision for their home. See, I don't mind where we are. I don't mind that sometimes we don't even have food to eat. Where are we going? Sell a vision in this house. Where are you taking us to? And see, you may not have the best opportunities now, but I'm speaking for the women. We want to see you. The children and I. That's weird. Wait, let me rephrase it. Oh, don't lose this flow now. Okay. The wife and children want to see you every day, showing up. Let them just see efforts. Try your best. It's important. Entrepreneurship habits must change when you marry you. There's some risks. Before you take it, it's a family decision. Are you listening? Don't go and plot. Are you listening to me? I know why I'm saying this. So, if you are married, your primary source of income cannot be Bitcoin. I said it. I don't like that thing. I don't like it. I don't understand it. I can never understand it. I'm not saying it's wrong. Anything that can make you rich in the morning, poor at night, cannot be of God. Explain it to me in elementary terms. You were a billionaire yesterday. You are broke today. Is this not the Devorah Malachi 3 talked about? Explain. I don't know. Una they laugh. I'm still learning it. I'm not an expert in everything. But all I'm saying is this. Please protect your family. One financial mistake. Your children will not be the same again. Listen, and you are daddy. It's the privilege of leadership. They will go where you lead them. But for God's sake, if you get married without reading 7 books on marriage, you are in trouble already. It's not a prophecy of doom. There are just some things wisdom will protect you from. Are you getting what I'm saying? Answer me now. See, if you're already married, have not done it, go and buy the books. Buy them this week, start reading. Let me tell you something. See, from my little experience, I've discovered that marriages are more similar than we realize. Try it. Married men, sit with your guys and talk about marriage. You will discover it's the same issue. Some of you know what I'm saying. It's the same issue. So, read from people who have the experience. And when you read about it, you will now understand your context. You will better understand it. You will bet, oh my God, books have saved my life in many aspects. I'm just like, oh, so this is it. So for instance, in psychology, there is something called the itch effect. And this is how it works. That in most marriages, by the 5th or 7th year, there will be at least a season. You will look at your choice and say, it's like I made a mistake. It's normal. So when you read about it, and then you read, people explain to you, it's normal, and it's a phase that you will go past. Even good marriages have seasons where they were not sure. That's what they may not tell you. You don't judge whether a marriage is good or bad in moments of vulnerability. Is that not common sense? You are quiet now. So when you read things like that, it gives you context. It gives you context. Wisdom on conflict resolution. Somebody grew up in a house where things are swept under the rug. When there's a quarrel, the man will just raise his voice and everybody will scamper and keep quiet. And then another person grew up in a house where they talk about everything. Now, those two people get married. If God does not help you, you are in trouble. Because when there is a conflict, one person enters into a shell. The way one person copes with conflict is by ignoring it. The way the other person gets over things is by talking about it. Problem. Do you see the problem? But what if there is a simple hack? Honey, I'm really sorry about earlier today. The husband said, it's usually the husband. I don't want to talk about it now. If you're not careful, fight will start. But what if you learned? And this might be a simple hack. Okay, you don't want to talk about it now. So what do you need from me in the meantime? Rehearse it. Say with me, what do you need from me in the meantime? I help you. I know what I'm saying because counseling they stress me these days. So, excuse me when I take my time with things like this. Rehearse it with me. What do you mean? What do you need from me in the meantime? So, he will respond and say, I just need space to process and get over it. And then you also must reciprocate and say, so what do you need from me? And then you usually say, well, I just need to know when you'll be open to talk about it. You must provide a time and a place. Just provide a time and a place. Okay, you know what? We'll talk about it 6 p.m. today at the living room. End of story. End of story. Don't leave women without that emotional closure. Okay, well, there's something, but at least by 6 p.m. we'll talk about it. Don't do that. Don't stonewall in your marriage. Yeah? In a marriage, you dey fight, you dey block each other on social media, you are in trouble. Kindergarten behavior. If we want to know any update in your house, let's monitor your WhatsApp status for this life. Fear men, oh. Just the fear man. Fear who no fear Adam. The problem is, when you now resolve, the people who joined you in beefing your partner, they have not moved on. It is emotional immaturity to not be able to talk through difficult situations, to just stonewall. Practice it. Practice hard things. So, if you're listening to me and you're struggling with that, I don't know how to handle confrontation. Can I tell you something? So I have strong leadership gifts. And sometimes, whether by supernatural intuition or decision making or prophetic gifts, I always know what to do 7 steps ahead. You think it's an advantage in leadership, sometimes it's a disadvantage. Because people like me, if we have to explain everything, it's a problem. And Pierre will ask you why. She will ask you. You get what I'm saying? So now, and she's right for it, I'm also right. Fortunately or unfortunately, I now have a track record of right choices. So now you must reconcile because you're leading a home. So you will sit down. Okay, so we're going to do it like this and do it like this. You will learn. You're listening to me now. So all those things, all those idiosyncratic decisions is usually the same cycle if you check it. Similar topics of controversy, similar wrong responses, similar escalations. I know you are tongue speaking, but sit with those things, research on it. Why am I responding like this? Why is she responding like this? I promise you, someone has talked about it. I promise you. Go and research. Go to them that sell and buy. Buy wisdom and sell it not. If the marriage matters to you, don't just say it emotionally. Show it in your investment in knowledge. Your marriage will stand the test of time. Look at